My friend Irv is always talking about how to become more efficient. He wants to do things in 2 steps rather than 5 steps. Save a little time, you know what I mean? So I've never really thought too much about being efficient. I always said the thing is you want to be effective. You want to do the important things and make big moves and spend your time wisely. Efficiency is not such a big deal, I think. However, there are things that I do that I think make me more efficient. And here are 4 things I do. And I'm pretty crazy about these things, by the way. And there are probably a dozen others. I don't use shaving cream. I think that anybody who uses shaving cream is just throwing their money away and wasting their time. And I think shaving cream is the biggest joke there ever was. Well, Rich, how do you shave if you don't use shaving cream? Well, these days I've been so busy I don't shave but a couple of times a week anyway. So it's no big deal. I jump in the shower and after I get out of the shower, I shave. And if my face has been in the shower for 10 minutes, you know what? You don't need shaving cream. Sometimes I'll put a little shampoo or soft soap or something on my face, but you don't need shaving cream. What a ridiculous and stupid thing. Okay, and now this is something that's really important. I have a 4-cup coffee maker. I can't stand these big ones. They're just ridiculous. They're bulky. They take up a lot of space. So I make 8 to 10 cups coffee in my 4-cup coffee maker. I fill the little device up with coffee. Instead of putting the recommended amount, I put twice that much. And I make super strong coffee. And then I pour it in a tall jug like this, add about 50% more water, and I get a whole lot of coffee out of a 4-cup coffee maker. So Irv, top that, will you, for being efficient. So I save a lot of time on making coffee. And to be honest with you, I never could tell any difference. Ginger has a very expensive coffee maker that makes it exactly right every time. Doesn't taste any better than my coffee. Okay, so there's 2 things I do to be efficient. This is big. They're getting bigger as we go down. I cut my own grass. Now, our lawn man gave us the heave-ho, and I guess he thought that was going to make us poor little old people have to go find somebody else to cut our grass. Or maybe I would get a riding lawnmower like the people do next door, and they just ride around little circles in their yard in the riding lawnmower. Anybody's got a riding lawnmower in these days and age, in these days and time, and is 30 pounds overweight, does not play my full deck of cards. I don't think of the hassle of keeping up a riding lawnmower. Gosh, I had one before. Finally just about gave a brand new one away. I just couldn't stand dealing with this stupid thing. So I bought for $100 a brand new lawnmower that takes 2 batteries and will cut my yard, which is on a steep slope of a mountain. And I don't cut it that frequently because I'm a gardener. And sometimes the grass is very thick. This is a super lawnmower, keeps me in shape. And I cut my own grass. I save a couple $100 a month in the summertime, not having somebody wander over my yard and make big ruts in the yard with their great big wheels. And oh, geez. I cut my own grass. Talk about efficient and smart. It's one of the best things that ever happened. And it's keeping me younger, or at least keeping me alive by working in the yard and in the garden. So that's efficient. And the last thing I do, or at least the last thing I'm going to talk about here, is I make my hobbies pay. Now that's pretty cool. I could spend my time on the golf course. We have some lovely golf courses around here, and I can be like the old guys that just hang around the golf course all day, go out to the putting green. I met a guy in my golf craze years. He said, I've gotten 10 or 20 holes in ones on this hole. Come on, give me a break. I don't even remember how many it was. It may have been 7. If you spend that much time on the golf course, that's not efficient. And as far as I'm concerned, that's not fun. That's work. That's worry. That is too much time on your hands. Every hobby I have, and one of my big hobbies is making videos like I'm doing right now, they have to pay. They pay. This video is going to pay me from YouTube. Not very much. And YouTube is not a really effective way for me to spend my time these days, like it used to be when I made 2 or 3 times as much money on YouTube. I don't know what YouTube is doing, but they're not showing my videos. So there. But YouTube does pay me, and it's, you know, it's enough to buy 1 or 2 ukuleles a month. Not that I need any more. But that brings me to the next thing. My hobby is ukuleles, so I sell ukuleles. I talk about ukuleles, and I make money through YouTube in buying and selling ukuleles. As now I've expanded to guitars, and particularly, well, acoustic electric and electric guitars. And that has been fun. I have met so many people buying and selling things. A guy yesterday said I was famous. I am famous in my community now because of making videos about things I have for sale on Facebook Marketplace. So all of my hobbies pay. And among the things I really love to do now is grow oak leaf hydrangea, and even more wonderful, the gold curls willow trees. Now I'm going to have 200 or 300 willow trees in my yard before too long. I've already got probably 150, or well, probably got close to 200. But these are things I love. I make videos of them. I talk to people about them. I sell them, and I love them some more. So I think that makes me a pretty efficient person. Instead of paying out for my hobbies, I bring in money on my hobbies. There. So that's my life in a nutshell. I have a lot of fun, and I'm eating right, I'm staying healthy through exercise and being alert and excited and feeling great about things that I do. So that's being efficient and effective, I think. And thank you, Irv, for inspiring one more excellent video on YouTube. Thanks for watching.